So you all up in my scene? It's on. Look, you want to put your face in here and see? Is it on? Welcome back, Random TV Reviews. Your girl Annette. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a great New Year's. I had a wonderful New Year. So if I look tired, I am. Don't ask me no goddamn questions. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Bosom, buddies, leg out. So Cynthia says, hey, I'm getting ready to turn 50. I got these titties when I was 40. So they 10 years old and they need to be checked up on like a old transmission needs to be checked up on. I need to make sure they good. I need to make sure they still perky. I need to make sure they ain't leaking no oil. She goes to Dr. Curves. So all the girls are there. So we see Candy. We see Kenya sitting there. They're just talking, you know, while they're waiting to go in the back, right? Candy decides this is a perfect time to spill the tea about the meeting that she had with Phaedra last episode, about how she pretty much blasted her about saying what she said, doing what she doing, how she was cheating on Apollo, all that. She decides to now spill all of this tea over to the rest of the girls, and everybody's like, what? Huh? But she hadn't got there yet, right? So Portia come on in there looking cute. Her and Sheree came in together. Both of them had their blonde wigs on. Portia was like, girl, y'all don't know about Dr. Curves? Dr. Curves do all the donkey booties over here in Atlanta. Y'all better ask somebody. So Kenya over there talking about something. Well, there is a such thing as too much donkey booty. And I was like, you would know. And then walks Phaedra. I said, editing is so shady. Phaedra came in there and she went over and she spoke to Candy. And I was like, okay, let's go ahead and be grown. And she looked cute. The outfit she had on was slamming and them shoes were slamming. So all the girls go ahead and go in the back. And Dr. Curves comes in. And I was expecting Dr. Curves to be some, either a black lady or white lady. But it happened to be a black man. I said, okay, come on through, Dr. Curves. Dr. Curves got titties all over the place. So the girls is over there like this, y'all. Oh, yeah. Good Lord. Yeah, come through. They feel good. They feel natural. Come through with the titties. Dr. Curves was like, okay, what brings you in? And she said, look, I need to check up on my titties, make sure they good. And they do. They look natural. And she said, look, I want to give you a test. Point out every woman in the room that don't have a boob job. He pointed out Portia, Kenya. He said, this is all natural. The doctor looked at her like, who went to school and who didn't? Well, if you say they real, whatever. So he went ahead and checked Cynthia. He told Cynthia everything looked good. She did have a spot where it was starting to harden. You know, she don't have to do nothing right now, but keep an eye on it. You may have to go on in and get you some titty maintenance, all right? We see Sheree. Sheree is meeting with her interior designer. Of course, he's overspent money and he's bringing her all this stuff that she needs to pick out for the house. And he's sweating like Bob over there. He wiping his face off with some of the fabric samples that he brought over there for her to see. And I said, what's really happening over here? But we know Sheree ain't got no AC in the house right now. And she has this deadline that she got fined for because she wasn't supposed to be in that house having no party without no permits. She said, I need to do this, that, the third, be in. But when I have my party, I want baseboards. I want to be able to flush the toilet, you know, throwing shade at Kenya. So Candy and her mama are going to jewelry store and they're going to pick out a pair of earrings for Riley's birthday. She tells her mama, look, hey, I had a meeting with Phaedra the other day. Basically, the meeting that I had with her was all about you. Dude trying to blow her the F up. And basically, I was telling her, look, I'm so sick of this cat and mouse game that we playing with each other. She said, I put it all out there. I told her, you know, look, I'm sick of you acting like you was that you were hurt that your husband went away because you were waiting for the next guy. You was trying to get married, you know, by the end of the year, this, that, and the third, so don't act like you innocent. Did y'all check out the girl that was helping her pick out the earrings? That white chick was like, she was like, what y'all not gonna do is bring these black problems in this here jewelry stuff. You see Peter and Noel. Peter and Noel, they meet up for hot yoga. Peter stretching and farting, doing the downward dog and falling down, going to sleep. I really do love Noel for this because Noel really poured her heart out to Peter and her mom at one point. She was like, look, y'all getting a divorce, but I feel like I'm trapped in the middle. I feel like if I talk to Peter, are you gonna be mad? Do I need to choose sides? Y'all didn't set an environment that made me feel comfortable with still having a relationship with Peter. And I was like, you know what? Peter and Leon and Cynthia did a really good job raising that girl, because she is so sharp. And Peter was like, look, hey, I've been in your life since you've been 8. I ain't planning on going nowhere unless you want me out of your life. Anytime you want to call me, do that. Whenever I'm here in the A, I'm coming to see you. And that's all Noelle wanted, was that, hey, at the end of the day, just because you and my mom didn't work out doesn't mean that our relationship is over. And I like that. That guy doing Portia, y'all. Every time I think Portia can't come up with something else for me to laugh at, she comes up with something else. Her and Shamia decided they're gonna go to this exercise class. It's a coochie muscle exercise class. They're gonna try to tighten their vaginal walls, which that says a whole lot about you. And this says called a yoni egg. Instructor was like, hey, stick the egg up there, use your walls, and let's start doing some exercises. They bent over, they doing what they gotta do. All of this positions look like they were sexual positions. Got the string hanging out like a little tampon. And while they was bent over, Sheree comes around the corner like, what the hell did I just walk into? Why y'all downward dog with strings hanging out your coochie? What's going on? When she came around the corner, Portia explained to them like, hey, me and Todd decided we're gonna take things a little slow. But when we get ready to have this here baby, I need these walls to be ready to catch his egg. Hey, pick you out an egg and shove it up your coochie too. She was like, hey, I love to join you in the coochie tightening experience, but I'm on my monthly, so I'm gonna have to miss you with that one. But hey, I'll be back, get me a yoni. So y'all know Sheree messy as can be. So now Sheree uses this as an opportunity to fill Portia in on the tea about what Candy don't share with all of them about the whole, I'll call it the Phaedra experience, because we've been referencing this whole freaking episode. So now Portia is in her feelings a little bit, because she was like, okay, at the end of the day, they used to be besties. Now me and Phaedra now are besties. And I can't see myself spilling all her dirt out in the street if we ever have a falling out. And I'm with Portia on that one. I'm one of those friends too. I don't care what happens between us. If you can spill my dirt out in the street, but I'm not gonna spill yours, because at the end of the day, that's a reflection on me. So Portia was feeling some kind of way about it. She was like, look, I wish whatever happened at that table would have stayed at that goddamn table. And then some kind of way, Shamia started spilling tea. Shamia was like, hey, you know, Phaedra tried to mess around with my husband when I was married to him. You know, she was flirting, talking about some, why didn't you put a ring on my finger? Instead, you went ahead and married her. So now Portia was like, my Phaedra? My Phaedra? Like, yeah, your Phaedra. So then we flip back over and we're celebrating Riley's birthday. Riley, she had the driest birthday party ever. I was like, y'all ain't getting no tips from Lil Wayne and Toya? Basically just had a cake at the kitchen table? It's alright, but I hope they gave the girl something else. If you're gonna give her $3,000 earrings and a $3,000 necklace or however much you paid for it, I need a good party to go with that, you know. So Riley tells her mom like, hey, my dad called me this morning to wish me a happy birthday. He wants to see me. So at that point, Kayla had walked in or whatever, and Candy was like, well, you know, I think you should go ahead and go see him. And she was like, no, I want you to go with me when I go to see my dad, because it's gonna be a little weird. Candy was like, no, I think that you can handle yourself with Block by yourself. I think Kayla would be able to give you some good insight of how to handle this situation, because she was older when she met Todd. So Kayla was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first met my dad, it was kind of awkward for like the first or second time that we met. So I think because Riley is comfortable with you, Candy, you should go with her until she gets comfortable with him by herself. So Candy was like, oh, well, okay. So she was like, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. Then that goddamn Mama Joyce talking about something. Well, if she don't go, Mama will go with. I said, Mama, and you and your Moscato, sit your tail down. And so now we got Portia, Phaedra, and Sheree. God darn. Well, now Portia lets Phaedra know, hey, I know about everything that went down. Sheree let me know, and then it's just all over the place. I know what Candy been saying about you, and I'm just so sad that it left that table. So now Phaedra feeling some kind of way, like, yeah, you know, I'm with you on that one. So now that it's kind of calming down a little bit, Sheree decides to throw fuel on the fire. Boom. Well, now that we're talking about Shamia, she said that you were trying to mess with her husband when she was married to him. So Phaedra, you know how Phaedra is. She would say anything because she don't slept with everything around Atlanta. You know, Shamia and Candy, they're real close, like real close. Like, she was like, what? Why is she talking like there's kids around? So basically, she was saying that, hey, from what I understand, Candy and Shamia been messing around, and Todd been in the mix too. So they was like, what? So then we see Portia and Candy, and I think Sheree was there. I can't even remember now because they don't have so many memes about this one thing that I'm sick of time talking about. Portia calls herself gonna stand up to the bully that she calls Candy. And she was like, Candy, I think at the end of the day, whatever was told between friends should have stayed between friends. You shouldn't have did that to her. You shouldn't have said that. Both of y'all know each other's tea and dirt. And every time I've been around Phaedra, she ain't never spilled nothing on you that was deep enough that you should go ahead and talk about her cheating on her husband and all of this stuff. And just listen here, Portia. I know what you're trying to do. Okay. But at the end of the day, she has hit below the belt with me. She's talking about my family. She's told people not to work with me. And she said, you know, that's messing with my money. And messing with my money is like messing with my emotions. You don't want to do that. You know I don't play like that. So she was like, yeah, I know you don't play like that. But I think that, you know, that was below the belt. And she was like, listen here, Portia, since you want to be all up in this, you caught in the middle of it too. You know the same stuff that I know. That's why I was talking to you about it. She was like, what you talking about? She said, so you gonna sit here and tell me that you didn't know that she was messing around on her husband? She was like, she said, so you gonna sit there and act like you didn't take the picture that was sent to Mr. Chocolate that Apollo brought up in the text messages that he had printed out? And she was like, so now, of course, Portia's in her feelings a little bit. And by this time, Candy was like, I'm done with it. I'm gone. I ain't got time for none of y'all. So now Portia is stuck there to talk to Sheree by herself. Portia tells Sheree, she was like, look, it's a whole lot of stuff about to come out the closet on this one. You know, she shouldn't be putting stuff out there by her because stuff gonna come out of her closet soon. And she was like, what you mean her closet? She was like, QuickCap, Real Housewives of Atlanta. It wasn't all that juicy. It was basically the Phaedra experience. From the VA, the dirty, dirty South to town.